Every conversation about AI and skills focuses on the same question. Which skills will AI replace? Which qualifications will become obsolete? Which professions are most at risk? But there is a different question, one that receives almost no attention, that may actually be more important. Which skills become more valuable precisely because AI is doing everything else? Because here is the economic reality that tends to get overlooked. When a technology makes something abundant, it creates scarcity somewhere else. And the thing that AI is quietly making scarce, genuinely, increasingly scarce, is authentic human interaction. Understanding which skills sit on the right side of that scarcity is one of the more useful things anyone navigating the AI economy can do right now. Economics has a simple principle at its core. Scarcity creates value. When something becomes abundant, its price falls. When something becomes rare, its price rises. AI is making certain things extraordinarily abundant. Information, analysis, first draft content, data processing, translations, code, customer service responses. All of these things are becoming cheaper to produce by the month. But in making those things abundant, AI is simultaneously making something else scarcer. The experience of interacting with a person who genuinely knows something, who has lived through something, who can look you in the eye, literally or figuratively, and speak to you from real experience rather than from pattern recognition across a training data set. That scarcity is already showing up in consumer behavior. People pay significantly more for a consultation with a doctor who takes time to listen than for an AI diagnostic tool, even when the AI tool is more accurate on narrow clinical measures. People pay to attend live talks and lectures from people who have actually done the thing being discussed. People seek out mentors and coaches specifically because they want human judgment shaped by human experience. This is not sentimentality. It is an economic signal. And as AI becomes more capable and more ubiquitous, that signal is likely to get stronger rather than weaker. So which specific skills sit on the right side of this dynamic? The first is public speaking and communication. Not just presenting information clearly, AI can do that, but the ability to stand in front of people, read the room, adjust in real time, and connect with an audience through shared humanity. The experience of being spoken to by someone who is genuinely present, who is visibly thinking, who responds to the specific people in front of them. This is something that AI cannot replicate. And as AI-generated content floods every channel, the contrast with genuine human communication becomes sharper and more valuable. The second is lived experience in a field. A consultant who has built and failed and rebuilt a business carries something that cannot be synthesized from a training data set. A teacher who has spent 20 years in a classroom knows things about how people learn that no model can infer from text. A doctor who has seen thousands of patients has a pattern recognition that is embodied and contextual in ways that differ fundamentally from statistical inference. The premium on genuine expertise built through doing, not just knowing, is likely to rise as AI commoditizes the surface layer of knowledge. The third is mentorship and teaching at a human level. People have always learned best from people, not from information transfer. AI can do information transfer efficiently, but from watching someone navigate difficulty, from having someone who has been where you are tell you what they wish they had known, from the kind of trust that builds between a mentor and a mentee over time through shared experience. That relationship is irreducibly human. And in a world where AI can answer almost any factual question instantly, the hunger for genuine human guidance is likely to grow rather than diminish. The fourth is empathy in high-stakes contexts. Not performed empathy, the kind that can be scripted and delivered by a chatbot, but the real thing, the ability to sit with someone in difficulty and respond to what they actually need rather than what an algorithm predicts they need. In grief counseling, in medical consultations, in conflict resolution, in leadership. The capacity for genuine human empathy is not just emotionally valuable. It is economically valuable in ways that are becoming more visible as the alternative becomes more available. What this points toward is a restructuring of where human value sits in the economy. For most of the last century, the premium was on cognitive output, on producing analysis, writing, research, code, and other forms of intellectual work. AI is compressing the value of that output because it can produce it faster, cheaper, and at greater scale. The premium is shifting toward cognitive presence, not just what you know or what you can produce, but how you show up. Your judgment shaped by experience, your ability to communicate in ways that land with real people in real situations, your capacity to build trust through consistent human engagement over time. This does not mean that technical skills stop mattering. They do not. But the people who will be most valuable in an AI economy are likely to be those who combine technical competence with the distinctly human skills that AI cannot replicate, who can use AI tools effectively and then walk into a room and do something the AI cannot do. That combination is rare right now. The standard narrative about AI and skills is about protection, which skills will protect you from displacement. The more interesting question is about appreciation, which skills will actually become more valuable because of what AI is doing to everything around them. Public speaking, lived expertise, mentorship, genuine empathy. The ability to build real human trust in a world increasingly mediated by machines. These are not soft skills in the dismissive sense of that term. They are hard to develop, hard to fake, and becoming harder to find. In economic terms, that is the definition of something whose value is rising. AI is not just changing which tasks humans perform. It is changing what it means to be irreplaceably human in a professional context. And the people who understand that shift early are the ones who will be best positioned for what comes next. At Macro Breakdown, we break down the economic forces shaping the world, clearly and without the noise. If this video gave you something to think about, subscribe, and we will keep covering the stories that matter. Drop any questions in the comments below.